2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Now Curry. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, maybe you would think Steph would be thrown off by some contact, but think again. Just too good of a finisher in close. Too much feel for the bucket.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Warriors. House dishes to Harden. And it's off from three-point range. And so Green will bring it up for Golden State. And Thompson kicks to Green. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by Covington. Wiggins passes to Thompson. Stolen by Westbrook. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Harden's got his second bucket.
Yeah, with Westbrook on the ball, you can't have a hole in your defense. He's too smart to miss it.
Here's Curry with the three. The Rockets pull it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the middle. Green passes to Chris. They kick it out to Green. Here's Curry with the three. Rebound by House. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Harden has a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Thompson kicks to Green. Back to Thompson. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Love the vision from Thompson. I mean, when you've been surrounded by superstars, you learn to keep your eyes up.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Eric Pascal, he's checked in for Green. A shot by Curry, no good.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Pass to Rivers. And here's McLemore. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McLemore's got 5 points so far.
And that's what McLemore is known for best, his sweet, soft jump shot.
Here's Poole. Pass to Looney, stolen by Rivers. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Finished off the break. He has 7.
And how about the unselfishness of Carroll? You know, he's not hunting shots, just making winning plays.
This is a 2, Toscano. Thompson for the triple. No good on the shot, so Houston will take it the other way. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Houston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first free throw is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Smailagic is checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Tucker's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Thompson for 3. Warriors the rebound. Here's Smailagic. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Drills it from outside.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Warriors trail by 6. Here's Poole. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Carroll. He's guarded closely. From deep, McLemore. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson for 3. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And you see this so often, league-wide.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Rockets ahead. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And earlier we
realize how easy it is to get looks from them.
Greg, you think about the championships they've won together. Incredible connection between these two.
Yeah, I mean, they have different styles, play different positions, but both are tough, competitive, and step up when it matters most.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. He uses his finesse to get flashy. I mean, Westbrook is an elite above-the-rim finisher.
Curry can't get it to go.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting, with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Robert Covington comes in for DeMar Carroll. And James Harden subbed in for Ben McLemore. Westbrook passes to Harden. The Rockets again can't hit.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Outside Gordon. Back to Harden. From past the arc. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the sky hook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Eric Paschal. Harden against Green. There's the pass to Westbrook. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Harden. And stolen by Chris. Thompson outside. Lets the three fly. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Harden gets the bucket.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
To the inside, Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Westbrook kicks to Covington. Tries from 16. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Harden. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
So both teams changing it up here. Houston moving the ball around. Rivers gets a wide open look. Toscano with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Green gets it to go.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Rockets trail. Pass to House. 41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Drops in the tray.
He's so dangerous from out there. Harden can beat you off the catch, beat you off the bounce, beat you in transition, beat you when you sleep, beat you when you wake. He can beat you. That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
And stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Ben McLemore comes in for James Harden. Looney with the bucket.
You know, coaches love to see that kind of grit on the glass. Looney likes to earn his rebounds.
McLemore with the ball. He's got 10. Rivers kicks to McLemore. No good with the triple. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5 down low. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And we hear a player is attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Clay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the third day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year. But the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
Westbrook passes to House. Westbrook dishes to House. From deep, Harden. Knocks it loose. To the paint, here's Tucker. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And the Warriors making a change here. Pascal's checked in. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Offensive rebound.
Who could forget when Westbrook averaged a triple-double? He hits the boards hard.
Warriors leading by 7. Outside Curry. They double-team Curry. Wiggins passes to Thompson. Back to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. And Curry has it in the corner. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pascal's shot is off. Rockets trail by 7. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for Houston. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Curry's shot is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry against Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 6 points.
You think a little bump is going to stop Russ? Man, come on. No way. Total focus on that basket.
Thompson passes to Chris. Outside Curry. Second shot opportunity. Shakes him. And Chris throws it down.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Westbrook passes to Harden. He can't hit that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Curry looking it over. Pass to Chris. No good with the layup. Rockets trail by 6. Harden with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And Eric Pascal picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game for the Rockets. McLemore has come in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. That'll be a 5-second call. And the Warriors making a change here. Smailagic is checked in. Jeff Green is checked in for the Rockets. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Poole, the pass to Smailagic. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
And that one's good. Wiggins. Wiggins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors. There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd. Now Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. From deep, McLemore. Another miss by Houston.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Right wing. Here's Poole, defended by Gordon. Looney, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, that's a good guy to have as the screen man in the pick and roll. Looney's not going to set a lazy pick. He knows how to read the defense.
McLemore, the pass to Covington. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. Two guards have to be able to make plays for others.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And so in the game for the Rockets, we've got Robert Covington. Austin Rivers is out there with McLemore. And it's Green, and it's House, and at the 3, the small forward. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And here is Curry. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Warriors making a change here. Smiley just checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Westbrook's checked in.
Showing the muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
Curry with a wide open look. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Curry's got 22.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
McLemore inside the line, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
Now here's Wiggins, guarded by McLemore. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Now here's Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down.
And the vertical Westbrook possesses is tremendous. I mean, he uses it to perfection on these dunks.
And a deep three from Curry. Rockets with the rebound. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Ben McLemore. Rockets trail by 9. On the wing, Harden, covered by Chris. Harden surveying the D. Back to Westbrook. Harden outside, fires the 3. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Warriors leading by 9. Inside, stolen by Tucker. Looking to end his cold spell, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
Chris finds Curry. The 3. Good on the triple. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Eric Pascal, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for P.J. Tucker. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Curry fires from way outside. Had the space there, but it's offline. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim. He's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Thompson in the post, guarded by Harden. And the shot goes in. And the Warriors lead by 10.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Harden's shot is good.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Warriors leading by 7. Curry from deep three-point land. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Curry's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Warriors. Westbrook against Thompson. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Curry attacking. From downtown, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Warriors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Steph Curry.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
So both teams making some changes here. .46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry outside. They get it again.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Knocked loose. And McLemore kicks to Cephalosha. Just 5 to shoot. Back to McLemore. Offline with his 3. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Curry from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by McLemore.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Lets it go from deep. Misses there. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up. The beautiful skyline of... And
Kevin, thanks very much.
sure is. Thanks, D.A. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Now here's Murray. Barton right side. Launches a 3. He can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And here is Murray. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Rockets. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game here. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from 3-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Harden finds Westbrook. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot off. Harden can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Murray, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harden, no good. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Down low. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Barton.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Harris against Westbrook. Millsap with the steal. The numbers in their favor. Pushing it up. Here's Jokic. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Harden kicks to Covington. Houston moving it around. Jokic with the steal. Stolen by Westbrook. To end the run. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, you better mind the ball when you've got Russell Westbrook defending you. This guy stays in front, and he's got active, aggressive hands.
Harris passes to Murray. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Will Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. Now here's Murray. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The offensive rebound. Jokic outside for Murray. On the wing, Porter. And another shot. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Westbrook scanning the floor. And he makes good on the layup.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And it's Carroll with the ball for the Rockets. It's a three-point game. Westbrook passes to Green. Inside. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Green.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
Pass to Jokic. To the inside. Porter. Second chance effort. Jokic passes to Porter. Outside for Murray. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 7 points in the game.
Hey, that's really good, positive offense from Murray. Knows exactly what he's going to do before the ball even gets there. That's shot preparation, folks.
And that one's good. Green.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Grant. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the shot goes in.
And the commitment from Grant on the drive to the rim, I mean, he's absolutely ferocious, relentless in how he attacks the rim.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. Harris is out there with... Oh!
Oh, man! And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Got a piece of it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton is checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. House is checked in. Plumlee in the post, guarded by Tucker. Plumlee, no luck. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Rivers. Banked in off the glass. Rivers has got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nuggets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Millsap passes to Barton. Back to Morris. The pass to Barton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Houston leading by 6.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Harden scanning the floor. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Morris passes to Plumlee. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To the middle, here's House. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Jeremy Grant comes in for Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris.
Cannot get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. No good on the 3. Jokic with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up. Here's Grant. Murray finds Jokic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Rockets making a change here. Carroll's checked in. Houston leading by 4. Westbrook dishes to McLemore. Over Murray. Snatched away. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Eric Gordon with the rebound. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. To the wing right side. Back to McLemore. Outside Westbrook. With 4 seconds on the clock. No good there. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He finishes with
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. And that'll about...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And so in the game for the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3. Covington in the corner. Knocked away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Murray with the ball. Stolen by Tucker. And the turnover again by Houston.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Here's Craig. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Count the basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And and put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here's Westbrook, and the shot goes down. Westbrook's got 6.
The defense all over Westbrook there, but he's crafty, he's slick, and he was focused on that shot.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. That one goes. Count it. Porter's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they looked to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint.
And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Will Barton comes in for Jeremy Grant. Gary Harris, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Harden against Morris. House the pass to Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 15.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Second shot opportunity. Barton kicks to Porter. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Yeah, you know what? I think Barton does a nice job hitting the boards. Would love more of that kind of intensity from him.
Morris against Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Westbrook. Harden outside. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Morris passes to Harris. On the wing, Morris. He's covered by Westbrook. Morris with the bucket. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Covington is just so quick, leaving the defense well behind him, actually in the dust as he gets down the court.
Harris against Harden. Harris dishes to Plumlee. Over Chandler. Out to Harris. Denver passing it around. The 3 from Morris. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Grant comes in for Barton. And Daniels subbed in for Gary Harris. So it's Denver now. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And again, Denver no good. Rockets leading by 5. Right side, Gordon. Pass to Rivers. Now Green. Now here's McLemore outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. To the paint. It's stolen by McLemore. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And So it's Houston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2.
Yeah, from the first time I saw Gordon play, this guy has always been in attack mode, which makes it a tough cover for the defense.
And it's Murray with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's McLemore. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. It's stolen by Carroll. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Rockets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. Here's Barton. Jokic trying to free himself up, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Torrey Craig. And he comes up with the deuce. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Good concentration by Murray to score it inside.
Rockets leading by 7. Left side, Westbrook. The dish to Carroll. Tucker with the ball. He's against Jokic. Here's Westbrook. And there it is for him. 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, even inside, Westbrook, unstoppable. He plays with great confidence and also tremendous force for a guard.
Jokic, good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Westbrook against Murray. Now, here's Westbrook. He's tightly guarded. Outside Gordon. Down low, just 5 to shoot. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Chandler comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's James Harden in for Gordon. Chandler up top. Outside Westbrook. Harden outside. Goes up from the top of the key. And too long on the shot. The Nuggets trail by 7. And it's Murray with the jam.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. 1:56 left in the game. To the inside. Here's Chandler. And good that time. And the Rockets lead by 7.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Jokic inside. Chandler on him. Now here is Harris. Pass to Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
And he commits the intentional foul. A different look for Denver. H. Diop's checked in, and it's Troy Daniels in for Michael Porter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Westbrook passes to McLemore. Harden outside from the top of the key. Here's Chandler. The kick out to Westbrook. A shot by Harden, wide open, and the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Robert Covington's checked in for Damari Carroll, and Daniel House subbed in for Ben McLemore. 6 on the shot clock. Covington kicks to Harden. The Rockets with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The baseline J.
Encouraging whenever Harden blocks a shot. When he defends with tenacity and intensity, he's capable of this.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Westbrook. Now the feed to Harden. Back to Westbrook. Harden left side. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Murray for 3. Gets the bucket.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it up. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up.
Well, Kevin, and
Thanks, David. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart.
Paul George dunk contest, he's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Pass to Harden. Covington kicks to Westbrook. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Houston making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Feeds to Westbrook. It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Covington. In the corner, it's Westbrook. They get it back. Goes back up. The pass to House. Back to Westbrook. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Houston shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the technical free throw is good.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
So it's the Clippers now. It's a 3-point game. Beverly, the pass to George. Here's Zubac. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harden right side. Back to Westbrook. In the corner, Harden. Chandler trying to free himself up. The Rockets with the new 14. Westbrook finds Harden. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Yeah, there's some Russell hustle.
Clippers trail by 3. Morris inside. Covington's there.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Chandler. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. McLemore's checked in for Daniel House. And Eric Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And the rejection by Harrell. Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Jackson, that's good.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. Now here's McLemore outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
Jackson passes to Harrell. Back to Jackson. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist from Westbrook. Gordon's got his second basket of the game. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by McLemore. Rebound by the Clippers.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. Westbrook surveying the D. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Man, you see his eyes. Westbrook never getting off the rim there, and he has the focus to absorb the contact and still convert.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Rivers in for Ben McLemore.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Rockets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Now, Westbrook just plays with an incredible competitive fire, and that energy right now, he's not taking any possessions off.
Here's Rivers. Pass to Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game. And both free throws good for Covington. Here's Leonard. At the top of the key, Williams. Over Gordon. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's Houston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Right back after this break. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting it.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Morris is out there with Harrell. Then it's Williams. And there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Jackson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Daniel House comes in for Gordon. Passes it to Covington. Harden outside. Elbow shot. But they recover it. Rivers passes to Harden. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Harden's got 9.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
George, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They lead by 4.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Leonard. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden against George. It's Harden with the
Look at that. And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
And here's Harden for 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Count that bucket.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Clippers trail by 6. Ball's knocked loose. Covington with the steal. Harden against George. Harden, no good. Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly. George has got his second basket. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Beverly to the middle over Rivers. Beverly the pass to Zubats. Inside, 6 to shoot. Harden with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. The Rockets also changing it up. Damari Carroll's checked in for Robert Covington. McLemore has come in for James Harden. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. And the dunk by Zubats.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Westbrook drives in. Kicks to McLemore. No good on the triple.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And this is who he has become. Leonard with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot. And one.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. JaMychal Green comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Houston, Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 3. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Williams. Good D by Westbrook. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Now McLemore. Pass to Carroll. To the left wing. Bounce pass from Westbrook. Here's McLemore. Off target from the wing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
James Harden get. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points. And
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be
with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
On the wing, Harden, wide open. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead. Here's Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Morris has got 6.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And a change for the Rockets. Gordon's checked in, and that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Man, he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Westbrook kicks to Covington, and here's Harden for 3. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers, trailing by 5. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Gordon, and he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
Defense leading to offense. Another turnover and another basket.
Leonard against Gordon. George. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Westbrook, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Man, shot out of a cannon. Westbrook so quick on the dribble drive. Defenders with no way of getting over there fast enough to stop him.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George. Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
And finished off by Westbrook.
That might be a 50, or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
McLemore, no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead. Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Westbrook kicks to McLemore. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. McLemore's got 5 points so far.
I respect Russell Westbrook's passing ability, something that he's worked hard to become better at.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Westbrook passes to McLemore. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubats has checked in for Jermichael Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets. Houston moving it around. McLemore, no good.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And he gets the bucket.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Houston leading by 3. Rivers looking over the floor. They get it back. Outside Gordon. Over to the wing. Now here's McLemore outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. McLemore's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Zubac finds Beverly. Chalk up 2 there.
Harrell's responding to more minutes with more production. That's a good thing.
3-pointer. And another 3 for Houston. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Landry Shamet is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Williams at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Zubac. Count that one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Rockets leading by 5. Harden kicks to McLemore. The tray. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Shamet. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Morris is checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Lou Williams.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Morris outside. Up top, Leonard. The feed to Harrell. And at last, they get one to fall.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Harden. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Teron Lou's huddle. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Chandler with the ball. George picks him up. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Covington. And now an 8-point Rocket lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And there's the pass to Morris. That's tipped. Stolen by Harden. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. And the dunk by Westbrook.
So fast and so aggressive. Hard to stop Westbrook when he's tearing down the court like he did there.
And Morris throws it down.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George. Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Rockets. McLemore's checked in for Danuel House. Morris dishes to Leonard. Up top, Zubac. George trying to break free. No good from Zubac. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for Houston. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Chandler with the block.
Chandler takes his defense seriously. That's what he gets paid for, utilizing his outstanding length to stifle shooters.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. George against Harden. The first one falls. Harden hits them both. Clippers trail by 13. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Outside Westbrook. Now, here is Harden. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Knocked away. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Nobody near Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Harden with it. From 17 feet out. Bank shot. No good. And here are the Clippers now. 11-point game. Here's Leonard. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Harden surveying the D. Over George. No good.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the center. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. Now here's Curry. Chris got a piece of it.
Well, you know defense is Tucker's calling card. He will pester you, aggravate you, get up in your jersey, make you think twice about trying to shoot over him. Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
And last season, a tough one for Draymond. Suffered a series of injuries, and no one hates to lose more than that guy.
Yeah, and even when he did play, because his teammates were around, he was exposed at some points, and he was frustrated much of the time. But that's in the past. Who cares about that? Now he's right back to competing.
Passes it to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Right wing. And now here's Chris. He's covered by Westbrook. Curry from deep three-point land. That shot off the mark. And it's Houston the other way. Left side, Westbrook. From deep, Harden. The Rockets with another miss. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Covington kicks to Westbrook. On the wing, Harden. Down low, here's Tucker. Off with the layup.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
On the wing, Green. Back to Thompson. From the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Harden scanning the floor. Fires for three. Houston now working with the new shot clock. Pass to House. On the wing, Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Rockets have gone a paltry 0 of 6 in the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. It's Westbrook with the drive, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And it goes on. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Now Harden, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Harden finds Covington. Down the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Wiggins passes to Chris. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first two shots tonight. Houston leading by 5. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harden the pass to Chandler. Back to Harden. And that one drops for him.
Oh, and Harden is very good at picking apart the D on the pick and roll. Whether he's dishing the rock or shooting, the D has no idea how to slow him down.
Now here's Wiggins. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now Westbrook.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Well, come on, G.A. Russ lives by the motto, why not? I mean, the same reckless abandon we see on the court, yeah, it's reflected in his clothing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for Chandler. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. McLemore's checked in for Daniel House. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Outside for Curry. Will it go? And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, using his body to ward off the potential shot block. Curry finishes through the contact, gets the and one.
Houston making a switch here. Rivers checked in. .43 seconds left in the first quarter. Lays it up off the glass.
And credit the focus. Rivers, he could have given in to the defense, but he stuck through it.
Curry against Rivers. And the Warriors miss again.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, he's a top-tier shooter. Gordon, he's a former Sixth Man of the Year winner who plays his role to perfection.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. So he gets them both. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 10. Now the pass to Poole. Here's Smailagic. Passes it to Looney. Banked in off the glass.
Getting it done inside. Looney looks intimidating, using his physical gifts to own the paint.
The Rockets have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Both free throws good from Eric Gordon. Thompson from long range. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Houston Rockets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game. So, Greg, as you know, we asked Steph Curry, a great self-motivator in his...
Oh, my wife, for sure. No, never ever want to disappoint her. She usually...
Sounds like he's got a good team, both at home and right here in front of us.
Steph has already put up a Hall of Fame career, but you can tell he doesn't feel anywhere near being done.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They were just a more aggressive team. I mean, feeding off this crowd's energy.
We've got Rivers. Damari Carroll is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Gordon. And it's McLemore in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Warriors trail by 10. Smailagic passes to Poole. And it's Rivers with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Up the floor. Here's Looney. To the inside. Poole, the pass to Looney. From down in the low post, it goes. Looney's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors.
And last year, Pascal had to do more than probably was expected of him. But this year, a much different story.
Well, even in college, he played a more complementary role to the stars around him. Well, the Warriors have a lot of stars, and Pascal is really thriving in his role.
Thompson misses. Houston leading by 8. Gets a hand on it.
I mean, this is Gordon's offensive instincts going to work. I mean, feeds the open man the moment he spots him.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Thompson up top. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's McLemore, and the dunk by McLemore.
Oh, you can't forget about the speed of McLemore. Uses it so well on his drives to the hoop.
Thompson outside. To the paint. Here's Pascal. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's Rivers on the wing. From deep, McLemore. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Thompson, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
That's a shot Thompson loves. He's so confident, so accurate with his jump shot.
Beyond the arc. McLemore, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the half. Poole, the pass to Thompson. Buries the long-range jumper. Thompson's got 7.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And here's McLemore. No good, unable to end this run.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The shot by Looney, no good. Rockets leading by 3. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man. Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And it's in there. Curry's got his second bucket.
Sensational recognition. Green realizes immediately when one of his guys is open.
Here's Westbrook. And yes, it's good. And the Rockets lead by 3.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Curry's shot is off. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. They've led by as much as 10 to the left side wing.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Harden. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
And Harden attempts more threes than just about anyone, and you don't get that kind of leeway unless you knock him down.
Outside Curry. Jacks up a 3, and no good on the last second attempt this time. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. And the Rockets, a playoff team for the last 8 seasons. Superstar talent, but to this point, they've been unable to reach their goal. And that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the center position.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Westbrook dishes to House. To the middle, and stolen by Chris. For the lead, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Westbrook. And again, the turnover by the Rockets. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Buries it from 3-point range. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
And looking at Curry's stats, the one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
Tucker. It's good on the putback.
Such a hard worker on the glass. Tucker's energy is very impressive. A true junkyard dog.
Chris with it. Westbrook picks him up. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his first points in this one. And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
Nice shot by Thompson.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And here's Harden for 3, and it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Can't get anything to fall, but it hasn't gotten him down. I mean, he's still gunning. I guess he's still trying to contribute.
Looking to get back on track here, and it falls over the rim and in. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
And Harden's pull-up jumper is just ridiculous. So quick, so lethal.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another shot. Chris kicks to Curry. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
On the wing, Harden. There's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 17-7 run. Thompson passes to Wiggins. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Rockets trail by 4. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. It counts. And the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
You know what? This is what Westbrook's relentlessness wins him. Buckets and a foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. Houston making some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. It's Curry outside. Drills the 3-pointer. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Westbrook kicks to Covington. Harden has a wide-open look. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
And slam dunk by Pascal.
An unselfish wing who continues to evolve as a playmaker. Wiggins shows he's more than just a scorer.
Westbrook, Chandler trying to free himself up. That one good for 2. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right
to the bucket.
It's Curry outside. He doesn't hit that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
And Harden is the last guy the D wants to see get loose on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
There's the triple. Chandler with the rebound.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
James Harden. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Gordon. McLemore is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Green, and it's Carroll in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
Pass to Pascal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his first foul. Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Rockets. Now, here's Pascal. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Pascal's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
McLemore inside the line with the putback, and Green is right there. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Curry. Basket counts.
You can't take Curry lightly inside. He's not the biggest guy, but he's exceptionally crafty.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Curry with the steal. All by himself. All alone. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And that's enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal and then off to the races.
And the pass to McLemore. And Pascal pulls it down. Pascal's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Passes to Toscano. Wiggins right side. Kicks it to Curry. Wiggins outside, just 4 to shoot. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead. Westbrook with it. Pass to McLemore. Off target from outside.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
Here's Toscano. Defended by Gordon. Doesn't go for him.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Gordon. Outside Westbrook. Now McLemore. Houston moving it around. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Pass to McLemore. Fires it up. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Free throw good, James Harden.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Here's Bowman. The pass to Toscano. Here's Bowman. He's covered by Westbrook, and they pick up 2.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Westbrook, here we go. And he elevates with a slam dunk. Marquise Chris did not like that.
And Westbrook demands the rock in these spots again. He wants to be the guy to take the shot.
And slam dunk by Pascal.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Passes it to McLemore. Outside Westbrook. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the fourth. McLemore, the pass to Harden. Fires, high post. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Bowman. He's covered by Westbrook. Kept alive. The Rockets trail. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 1. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Curry. Chandler with the steal. Goes up. Money!
Harden defines the word clutch, and this is Clutch City. The number of ways in which he scores in these moments, just incredible.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
No, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
Thompson in the post, guarded by Harden. And Steph Curry with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Here's Westbrook. Ball's knocked loose.
And it's all about the three right here.
Well, that's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And an intentional foul right there.
At the line for your Rockets, James Harden.
He gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Look, he's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden is so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor. With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. You could put this one in the books.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris. The main event is kicking into motion from Toyota Center in Houston. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
Murray against Westbrook. Outside, Covington. Harden scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. And the jam by Harden.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's Harden.
Really hard to outplay a defender as quick as Harris is. I mean, he just won't let you shake loose.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic with the bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Westbrook against Murray. Harden outside. A 3 ball. Harden missing again. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Jokic. Rebounded by Tucker.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
Westbrook kicks to House. Back to Westbrook. Pass to House. 5 to shoot. Westbrook drives in, lays it up, and banks it in.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Millsap passes to Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Westbrook dishes to Harden. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Harden. Houston needs to get a shot off. Puts up a 3. Jokic grabs the miss.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter comes in for Will Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. A different look for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now the pass to Morris. Grant outside. Here's Morris. to the inside. Plumlee, no luck. Rockets trail by 4. Harden inside the three-point line and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Here's Craig, guarded by Harden. Craig kicks to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Harden against Porter. It's Harden with the drive. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Craig. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Harden for 3.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And so it's Denver bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action after this work. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to be part of the team and do whatever you need to.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. McLemore is out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Green in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. And Green is right there.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Gordon, the pass to McLemore. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 9.
And former 7th overall pick Ben McLemore finally seems to be finding his footing in the NBA.
You know, he was known in college, Greg, for his shooting touch, and now delivering on some of that efficiency offensively. Good to see the young man make that kind of progress.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Porter. Here's Green, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. Martin's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Gary Harris in for Monte Morris. McLemore, the pass to Green. Houston moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Gordon missing. For Denver, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Deflects the pass. Murray dishes to Harris. He feeds it to Barton. Out left to the wing. Here's Jokic. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Rivers Another miss by Houston. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. And Green slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Barton finds Jokic. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Looking at...
Oh, watch out below. Come on now. Woo. Throw it down. You know, I love a lot about Westbrook's game, but one of the things I like most is he's one of the best rebounders in the league, regardless of position. And he may be the best rebounding guard in the league.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Here's Barton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in, and Denver with a change here, too. Monte Morris is checked in for Gary Harris. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Back to Harden. Fires the 3, sinks the triple. Harden's got 7 points.
And Harden is a laser, a straight-out gunner from deep. Has confidence in his long ball, and, you know, the defense has to get out on him from out there.
Barton right side, pass to Jokic. Shoots over Covington. Millsap trying to get open. Here's Jokic, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter. Morris against Westbrook, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Rockets shooting their first free throw this game, and so he hits the technical free throw.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Westbrook. And the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so we wrap up the first half. Nuggets lead by 11. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray said there's really nothing he can't do other than jump. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So on the floor for Denver, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big man. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And Tucker has it in the corner. Westbrook passes to Covington. Lets the three fly. Harden can't hit.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Harden finds Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Harden. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. Harden's got 16.
Nice to see Harden continue to expand his range. He is an absolute laser from outside.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
And here's Harden for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Harris drives in. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists in the game. Westbrook against Murray. Harden outside. Out to the right wing. Back to Westbrook. Harden outside. Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outstanding quickness in the open floor from Harris. Gary's so good at getting to the right area of the court.
Harden the pass to Westbrook. Back to Harden for the 3. Harden missing again.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebound, and you've certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And they'll keep possession. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Houston making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. McLemore has come in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Jokic passes to Morris. Green against Porter. They swipe it. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's McLemore, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Morris into the lane. Out to the right wing. Denver passing it around, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Houston making some changes. Damari Carroll comes in for P.J. Tucker, and Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. And Denver with a change here, too. Grant's checked in. Feeds to Green. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Green's got it back down to single digits for Houston. And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Down low, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant, moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
The Nuggets shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
And the pick fella, Mason Plumlee, you know, he can start for some teams in this league, but he's been dynamite off the bench for the Nuggets.
Yeah, you take a look at his game, Greg, and defense and rebounding and finishing, all high level. But the one thing that's underrated, but I appreciate a lot, is his passing game. It's come a long way. He does a lot to help you in a reserve role.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Rockets trail by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Passes it to Carroll. From deep, McLemore. That one doesn't go. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 13. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Denver leading by 13. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Rockets, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Shot clock at 3. There's McLemore, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And here's Plumlee. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Pass to Westbrook. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Shots good by McLemore.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
On the wing, Porter. There's the dish to Plumlee. Morris outside. The pass to Craig. Here's Grant. The kick out to Porter. Off target with his 3.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
The Nuggets leading by 10. Outside, Porter. Plumlee in the post, guarded by Tucker. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Westbrook scanning the floor. It's Carroll on the wing. Outside Gordon. From deep, McLemore. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Craig passes to Grant. Craig kicks to Morris. Outside Porter. Here's Plumlee. Westbrook pulls it in. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
Craig passes to Morris. Here is Plumlee, guarded by Tucker. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Robert Covington's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Daniel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Harden in for Ben McLemore. Harden with it, outguarded by Murray. Westbrook, it's good. The assist that time from Harden.
No quit, no dying in Westbrook. He's coming until the horn says 0.
Here's Barton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 8 points for Will Barton.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
Harden outside. Plenty of space. Count it.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Pass to Jokic. And he banks in the layup.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Westbrook. From deep, Harden. So we see Denver get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just... Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Kent and the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the three. Now here's Westbrook. The three from Harden. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Covington with the steal. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
And it's Houston on the break. Harden's... Oh, wow!
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
The shot by George, no good. Takes the three. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And it's George finishing it off.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Westbrook. Basket good. Westbrook's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Pass to Zubac. Covington with the steal. Here's Westbrook. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Over in the corner, Beverly. Morris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Gordon comes in for Daniel House. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamit's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Hits the three-point bomb. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rockets leading by 5. Now Rivers. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Harrell. It's stolen by Carroll. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's McLemore, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And McLemore drops them both. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Green. Inside. They double him with Rivers. And it's Shamet missing. Houston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Bucket is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the paint. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. From deep, McLemore. Offensive rebound.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Good on the shot.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's McLemore. 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Rivers. Houston needs to get a shot off from outside the arc. The shot comes out, and they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets on top, up 7. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Damari Carroll is out there with Green, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. He gets it in there.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Back to Harrell. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
From deep, Harden. Rebound by Williams.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Rockets leading by 5.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters. You see the toughness of Williams, won't shy away from contact.
Harden has a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers trail by 6. Yes, that goes in.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Westbrook passes to Carroll. The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped them from attempting them, but it's time to maybe
find something else to do. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
It's Westbrook with the drive. It doesn't go for him.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Houston making some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. And Daniel House subbed in for Eric Gordon. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. For the finish, and the jam by Harden.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Morris passes to Zubac. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets leading by 4. Tips it. It's rebounded by Leonard.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Quick first step. Beverly showing he's not just a three-point shooter at the offensive end.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. And McLemore, he's checked in for Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And there's a minute 45 left here in the second. The pass to Covington. Houston moving it around.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
From deep, McLemore hits it from three-point range. McLemore's got 5 points so far.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pass to McLemore. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Shot's good by McLemore.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Yep, that one goes in there. Tucker's got his second bucket.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
George passes to Zubac. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for JaMychal Green. Pass to House. From deep, McLemore. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Gordon, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Locked down.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted its share of critics. They say flops and travels, or that he dominates the ball. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The 3 from Harden. A three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 16 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. Morris outside. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the shot goes down.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Passes to Westbrook. Back to Harden. From deep. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Harden's got 19 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Good on the bucket.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Landry Shamet comes in for George.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play. And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Robert Covington. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Harden outside. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And the shot goes in. And it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Morris, no good. Rockets leading by 9. It's Harden with the drive. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Harrell.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Here's Harden on the wing. From deep. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And that one's good. Shamet.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Fires from the wing. The putback. Rebound by Harrell. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. Stolen by Westbrook. And Harden with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Shoots from 12, and it's Harrell missing. Rockets leading by 5. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. On the wing, Morris. Shamet the pass to Harrell. Stolen by Harden. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. And finished off by Westbrook.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll return shortly. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here are the Rockets now. They lead.
Yes. And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
Here's Beverly. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. And Zubats picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it.
Talented, opportunistic. When Leonard gets hot, it can last for long stretches.
Westbrook kicks to McLemore. The Rockets with another miss.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job. A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Daniel House. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Marcus Morris is checked in for Williams. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
In the corner, it's McLemore. Outside, Covington feeds it to Harden. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Clippers running again. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Morris with the bucket.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now, they've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
It's stolen by Morris. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. That's good from Beverly.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position. And he's physical.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Zubac the pass to Leonard. He nails it, and we're tied up. Leonard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
George finds Morris. Shot clock at 6. To take the lead. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Westbrook dishes to McLemore. Here's Chandler. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Rockets lead by 1. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Morris tried to free himself up, and it's Leonard with the jam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
And, yep, that's good. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And George gets it to go.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Kicks it out to Harden. Misses the 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And 1:01 left in the fourth. Zubac the pass to Williams. Back to Zubac. Shoots over Tucker. No good from Zubac. Roll against Harden. There's the pass to House. So it's Houston again turning it over. And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
So it's the Rockets now. Westbrook kicks to House. Back to Westbrook. From deep, Harden. Good! And that was an enormous three-pointer.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Launches it. Misses the 3. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the ball. It's in!
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 2. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
But I'm curious to see, will they go for a 2 to tie or a 3 to win it all?
And the Rockets making a change here. The deep 3 from Harden. Buries the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Looks smart when the shots are going down. I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.